Hi Dressy Cuties, Winnie here. Today we're going to draw Mira from the K-pop Demon Hunters. So let's get started. To draw cute Mira, let's first start by drawing her eyes. So I'm going to start right here and I'm going to bring a curve coming down. So let's say about right here and just drag this curve coming down. Because Mira's eyes are a little bit higher and slantier, a little bit slantier and smaller. So then we're going to come back to right about here, give myself a little point, and I'm just going to draw this kind of soft curve right underneath and then go right back up. But we're not touching, we're not closing it off. We're just going to come right about there. So now that I have this shape, I'm going to come back inside about right here. I'm going to draw a curve and another curve for her eye. So then we're going to put in a highlight right here and then come back inside here and draw a circle and shade it in. There. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's drag this point across. Let's see here. To say about right there. And we're going to do the same thing. So just go up. About right there. And then once again towards the bottom. Just kind of soft line and then go up. I know it's so delicate, I'm sorry, but hopefully I'm helping you. And then right about here. It's especially hard because I'm using a Sharpie. So bear with me here. And so once again, highlight and then the inside. There. So then I'm going to come back and just try my best to thicken up this top line so I can anchor her eyes a bit better. There. And then we're going to come to the top over her eye and say about right here, and I'm going to draw her brow, which is nice and high. It's very angled about right there. And gosh, should I even bother trying to thicken it up? Okay, you know what? Let's try. There, because it is red, so just try my best to put in some space so that I can color it. There, nice and high. And then let's come back towards the center about right here and just draw a curve going slightly upwards and cap it off. So now that we have that, we need to frame her face. So I'm going to come really close to the eye and the eyebrow. So right about here where the eyebrow is, I'm just going to draw a curve right here because she has these two strands of hair that are right on the sides of her face. So now that we have that in here, I'm going to come back to my center and I'm going to come down and find my chin. So kind of like where I want her chin to be. So say about right here. I'm just going to give myself a point and I'm going to draw a curve coming down to that point. So try my best. There, she has a longer, thinner face, pointy chin, so that's my goal here. Okay, there. So now that we have that, we're going to go up. So imagine this oval for her head. So let's bring this up. And say about right here. Let's just kind of create our oval, top of her head, and bring it in. Okay, so now that we have that in, we can finally draw her hair. So find your center once again, about right here, and we're going to go up on both sides. And right about here, I'm just going to put in a curve and one here. And using the side of her face, I'm going to come about right here and say about there, not too far, because you still have to draw her neck and her shoulders, so you don't want to go too far down. And I'm going to thicken up this strand of hair to about right there. So same thing on the other side, just using the side of her face about right there to create this strand. There. And then let's come back kind of like about right here to this point. We're going to come right here and draw her ear. And same thing on the other side, about right there. Just draw a curve coming in. Actually, I should have brought this out a bit more. Okay. So if there's any space, you can put that in. And then I'm just going to come in here and just put in 2 circles. So same thing here, but I've muddled it up just for her earrings. Then let's come back to the center. Come up, straight up, and we're just going to curve out on both sides to finish her hair. So as we go up, I'm going to come up, and then about right here, just slant it a little bit, and then bring it in. So same thing here, go up and then towards the sides, slant, and then bring it in. There, just gives the head a little bit more shape than just putting in a big curve. Then about right, let's say right here, I'm just going to put in a curve, and then we can start her pigtails. So same thing on this side. Curve and then curve for her hair. So I'm going to draw that a little bit later. Let's come back and now that we have that, let's come and draw her body. So I'm going to give her a little neck right here and here, and then curve out. And let's see here, what's the easiest way to draw this? Okay, so she has this like a choker, so I'm going to draw a curve and a curve right here. Then let's come right about here, and I'm just going to draw a curve out for now. So here's like her little jacket. Then we need to bring this part out, and let's say about right here and here. This is kind of usually where I would say the shoulders are going to start. So I'm going to stop right there, come right here in this space and draw this little detail, bring this down, this curve. Then I'm going to pop this out more, round it off for these kind of shoulder pads. So then in this space right here, come down, so kind of where we ended, come down to about right here. I'm going to draw an angle line. So this is kind of like where her arms are going to start. So her kind of the armpit area. And continue this jacket. So let's do the same thing on the other side. So just use the other side as a guide. Bring this out. So once again, about right here. Draw an angle line down. So bring this part out, just like the other side. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and bring this out and in to finish her jacket. There. And then we can come back inside about right here and cut it off for her top. Then here as well. And then let's see here, before I forget, she has this little necklace that comes right here, connecting to her choker. And then a little detail right here. I'm just going to put in a heart. And put in some lines that connect it. There. And then let's come back and we're going to draw her waist. So come about right here and here, just centering it and cut it off. Okay, there. So then we're going to need to start to draw her skirt. So we're going to pop this out right about there. But because I don't want to erase, you know what, let's go ahead. I think it's just easier. Hopefully you're using a pencil. I'm just going to go ahead and draw her skirt. And I'll erase later. But in this space right here is this sash, I guess, that she's tied up. So right about here, I'm going to pop in this bow. And right here. Connect it and right underneath a curve. And this part goes up. Goes all the way across. There. And then there's going to be a tail for this bow. So we're just going to bring this down. And let's just continue her skirt. So let's see how far down we need to bring it. So let's say about right there. But before I finish that, I'm going to come back right here and we're going to open it up. And split it. And then go ahead and connect it. There. Okay, so then this part is going to come down past her skirt. And one more. There, so I'll have to erase that and that right there. And then just a little detail right there. And some details right here. And then we can start her legs. So find your center about here, go to the left, go to the right, and we're going to start the legs. So I'll just work on this side first. And we're going to go down and we're going to get thinner as we come down to the ankles. See about right there. I'm going to cut it off and work on her boots. So pop it out a little bit. But we're still aiming towards the same angle, and then about right here I'm going to curve it out, curve out, and then connect towards the bottom. Of a curve. And you can come back in here of a curve for some detail, and I believe she has like these jewelry on her shoes right here, but I'll just put in a curve for that. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Some chains. There's just so many details in their outfits, and I'm just trying my best to draw only the necessary details. I know it's getting so complicated, and this video is taking forever, right? So same thing here. There, and then a curve right here for her shorts before I forget. And then we can finally come back and draw the arms. So the reason we had to leave all this space empty was because right in here we have all these tassels we need to draw. So let's say about right here. we're just going to go ahead, fill in this space, and same thing here. There, and then we can draw her arms. So come down right here. We're going to angle a little bit towards the waist, and then that's the elbow, and then bring it down to about right there. Thicken it up. So that's her shoulder, her arms. I mean, her shoulder would be about right here. And just bring it down to about right there. Then cut it off. That little detail. And then you can put in her thumb and her fingers. There. So same thing on the other side. About right here. Just going to drag this across, and same thing on the other side. So about there. Fingers for the for her hands, and then let's see here. Put in some details. Curve right there, and then there's this 3 of these shapes right there, and then circles. Same thing here, and same thing here. So I had to do that with my drawing of Zoe as well. There's just so many details. Okay, and finally, oh, one more here. I think Zoe had more details on her outfit. There. Okay, and then her hair finally. So let's bring this down. Kind of curve it in a little bit. And then we're going to bring it all the way to... Let's see, how far should we bring it down? Should we go past? You know what, let's go past, just to make it easier. There. So same thing on the other side. Curve in, and come out, and connect. There. And that is pretty much it. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything too important, but really hope I helped you draw Mira here in her golden and what it sounds like outfit. Thanks so much for watching, and I really hope I helped you draw her fun and easy today. And if I did, please make sure to give me a like and subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.